Hello and welcome to Tips and Tricks. I'm Debbie Nelson with Together SC, and I'm here today to introduce you to a brand new member of our Consultant Collaborative. I'm so delighted to introduce you to Melissa DeClue. And Melissa is a new member. I think her business started in May of this year. Her company is Amplify Missions. Welcome, Melissa.
Hey, thank you. I'm so thrilled to be able to offer tips and tricks today. I've thoroughly enjoyed being connected to Together SC and participating in the Consulting Collaborative and just being able to absorb all the information that you all have provided. So thank you for this opportunity.
Well, we're just delighted to have you. And I guess my first question is, tell us a little bit about Amplify Missions. It sounds like you may be in the nonprofit sector with a name like that, but tell us what it is you do.
Yeah, so Amplify Missions is a consultancy service empowering the new and emerging generation of passionate nonprofit founders and encouraging them to amplify their mission through creating transformative donor experiences through community-centric strategies.
Okay, so what resonated with me was those donor experiences. And the question for tips and tricks today is about a word that I'm hearing, or words that I'm hearing, which is now digital stewardship. I'm not exactly sure that I know what that is. Could you just tell us about the who, why, where, when, why, and how? What is digital stewardship?
Yeah, so like I said, the emerging trend in donor engagement is digital stewardship. Digital stewardship gives us the ability to creatively thank someone right away without the other person having to wait on mail or any other avenue. So what I wanted to be able to provide is, even as we address this new trend, just answering some of these questions of who, what, where, when, why, and how to consider ways to participate in this trend. So are you ready for me to go with my first question?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So when it comes to who, the first thing you want to answer is, before you participate in digital stewardship, is you want to be able to say, who are your donors? So evaluate, who you're serving and who is participating with you. So before sending a new digital engagement tool like video, consider who your donors are. Is this something that they would actually enjoy? And something else that we like to consider when it comes to digital stewardship is, what do they really want? Before we can even be able to say, okay, we're going to do digital stewardship, you have to be able to know what your donors or community is asking from you. So then you can help guide the content that you will be included in whatever production you do through digital channels. You'll also want to be able to answer, where do they spend their time? So the best way to engage digitally is to be able to personalize. So it's always helpful to be able to gear the information towards their personal interests or their interests within your organization. And then addressing the when. So when is the best time to engage and do digital stewardship? You always want to create a frequency that works best for you and how you communicate with your donors. Our donor relations stewardship rule of thumb is to at least reach out to your donors quarterly. So why? Why do we need to switch to digital? Donor behaviors are changing as more online platforms and currencies are made available for people to give. Being able to meet donors where they are is important in making them feel like you are paying attention to them and how they interact with your organization. So Debbie, lastly, the how. So how you want to be able to answer, how are your donors engaging? So before you press send on any new digital communication, be sure that you've considered the data behind your new methods. So if Jane only sends a check once a year during the holidays and said that she doesn't want to receive anything in return, listen to Jane. Improving the donor experience helps make each donor feel that they were able to take part in bringing real change for the mission. And as an effect, they'll feel even more motivated to do more for you and your organization.
Oh, I love it. And I love the way you framed it, because it really does take us through a process of how we think about our donors and how we interact with them. So I love this model. And I appreciate your time today. I thank you. I thank you for joining the Consultant Collaborative. We look forward to seeing you in many meetings in the future, perhaps even at our summit next March. But thank you, Melissa. Anyone that's listening today may want to get in touch with you, and we will send them your information. They can reach out to you just to ask a question, or perhaps they want to engage your services at Amplify Missions. So thank you so much, Melissa. Enjoyed getting
Yes,
to know
thank
you a little
you.
bit today and look forward to working with you in the future.